One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will put total leather and will get started. Coming out with it, it's their assault. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Scrimmage, but no more than that. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. There's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looking for a crease, it's Woodside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Got it in the middle, it's Wall. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, the ground game. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very concerned conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep. If you want to run the football... at it. Now, ideally, you don't want to give up that many yards, but you still didn't give up a first down, so it's still successful.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Trojans send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Henderson. That's caught, it's Bradfield. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Back to throw, it's Goodwin. The quick out. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wall. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Travis. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly.
The pass on 1st down, caught by the receiver. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the quick grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This guy's done a lot. things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third and goal and third and long. To the air, it's Henderson. Looking for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Now that's a throw and a pocket presence that will have scouts buzzing about this dude.
That's exactly what coaches talk about when they talk about pocket presence. Hanging in there, understanding I'm about to get hit, but I need to make this play down the field and give my receiver a chance. Unbelievable effort.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Going over the top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Dropping back, it's Goodwin. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Got the quick pass.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Inside the 45. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Trojans. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bradfield. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Henderson. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Trojans are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it, finding open areas. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Vanderbilt. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, USC. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The give on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Complete to the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Back to throw, it's Henderson. field. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the back. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Hoosiers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's got it on the right. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Working that left side now. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. And the Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, give on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
On target to the left. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Man, I love defenders that are able to get up in the receiver's face, challenge them, and press coverage at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defending against the slant.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop, but go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 28 over Arizona. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And the Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first and keeping this drive alive.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Goodwin. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in, it's Wall. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The clock will stop with it. Now from the offense, they'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. That is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Wall. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Will take over first and 10.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the ground with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Goodwin. Quick strike complete. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
34, Indiana, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. He's going for it all. and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions a day.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The defense calls the timeout. Second of the day as they try to get their act together.
USC.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming in.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Woodside. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Goodwin. Flushed out of the pocket. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. It's caught. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Bradfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch and stride inside the 15. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 6th of the defense, feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Get set, get set.
To throw, it's Henderson. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll line up to go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to throw. It's Goodwin. Looking left. He's got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
By the receiver.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
There's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. grabbed in the backfield. It's Woodside. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Trojans are marching down the field. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped a gain of 6.
And Tony coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Has to get there to move the sticks. There he goes. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out.
Seriously, just disgraceful.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Henderson. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Slams it ahead.